2018 only. So I'm not very old. ISTD recently passed out. So I feel like, talking to my own people, my own colleagues there whenever I am interacting with ISTD, in the session. So friends, I would like to congratulate you for one thing. So what is that one thing? I would like to congratulate you that you comes and you belongs to the 2% people and the population, those who are in spite of, having all this, the work at home, resting and, with the cozy sleep in the, afternoon on the Sunday, you have taken the pain to come and attend this session. So this is what, which really makes a difference between you and the, the entire huge population people, those who are keep on saying that we really want to learn, but when it comes to the opportunity for learn, how many people turns up. So that is why, if I will ask you that please put a message in the chat box if you would like to become successful in the life. So may I see your quick comment in the chat box? Yes, okay, something like that. Yeah, very good. Sunil Jadhav, I am able to see your comment. Thank you, Sunil. Yeah, very good. Okay. So may I see few more comments there in the chat box? If you really would like to become successful, I repeat question. Yeah, Rohit, thank you. Wonderful to see your question, Rohit. Okay. Few more responses, friends. Yeah, very good. Pradeep Agarwal, thank you so much. I'm able to see your comment. Yeah, Sachin, wonderful, Sachin. Yes, very good. Okay. So, friends, I'm able to see your, the initial comments there in the chat box. Thank you so much. This is what makes a difference between these two type of population there. And what is the important thing, when I say, if you really want to become successful, put a message. But the important thing is, if you would like to become successful, everybody says, I also would like to become successful. Even anyone, you talk about, anyone in any profession, even the people, those who are not at all working, people, those who are handicapped, they also want to become successful. But the difference here, the thing which is required to do to become successful, how many of them really would like to put efforts for that? And this is the one thing which makes a difference. That is why I said I would like to congratulate you for taking out, the time and the pain to come and join this session on the learning technologies. And what, Durgesh ji has really rightly mentioned, that today in the world, you people, those who are, hating the technology, COVID has, pushed also to these people to use the technology. Now everybody is using the technology. So there are so many drawbacks are there because of the COVID, situations. So many things are there which are not good. But one thing, which it has made, every one of us to learn the use of technology. So today's session is based upon the technology. So let me share my PowerPoint presentation to you, so that we will be going to have this, the session together, and we will be able to see that what all I will be going to cover in this session. And friends, I do not would like to make it as a, monologue, that I am only keep on speaking and you being, only as a participant. I would like to have your participation in the session. So that is why this session is, planned in such a way, so that I also would like to see your participation there. So that, as you know, the topic of today's session, the technology in learning and development. Welcome to the future. I am, working as a area as a assistant general manager for Emcure Pharmaceuticals, and I take a lot of initiative. So one of the most important thing there, let me take you ahead. This is the agenda of today's session. Introduction of today's, the entire session, learning technologies, time correction, past, present, and future. What is the use of augmented reality and virtual reality in the field of learning and development, or training and development, whatever you can call it? What are LMS? Different type of LMSs are there, and if you are there in the, position to choose right LMS, what are the absolute features you should look into the LMS? Then what are the artificial intelligence and its use in the learning and development? Virtual platforms. Now we know so many virtual platforms are there. Google Meet is there. Microsoft Team is there. We are using Zoom today in this session. What is the differentiation between all these technologies on the virtual platforms? And then I will take your Q&A. So I recently published a book on Amazon on the lockdown. So this one thing, what I decided when I was fixing up, my new year targets in last year, 2018 December, that I would like to really proceed in terms of writing a book. And my son was asking, Papa, what is your father age that would you like to start, stop, and continue? So if you also do this habit, you have this habit to, set, your New Year resolutions, put it there in that. So I have decided to write a book. So my book is available on Amazon. That is called Emotional Lockdown. So, and another thing, my son is studying in, the BITS Pilani. He is doing his BTech. His book is also going to come in the month of July, Crush on LinkedIn. So build your, this is completely on LinkedIn. So build your brand, get hired, and expand your business. So these are the two things, we both have promised to each other. And I completed, what I promised to him, and he will be going to complete in the month of July. So this is the part of, my personal, the achievement, which gives me also a lot of happiness and the satisfaction. This is what I have decided, and I have accomplished it. Second thing is, Panikarji shared with you that I have YouTube channel. So there is a channel called Dear Life. I make content only for the trainers, nothing else. So when it comes to instructional design, I take a lot of interest in, in conducting sessions for instructional design, AD model, Bloom's taxonomy, and all whatnot, everything. So my entire series of, on instructional design is available on free. If you would like to learn anything about instructional technology, you can learn free of cost all these bits and pieces of, the instructional design. That is available on my channel, that is called Dear Life. So I would request you to please see all these videos. We use so many concepts, in the field of learning and development or training whenever we are conducting a session. How to engage, your participant in the initial, few seconds or few minutes. So how to do, the training evaluation, that is called the return on training investment. What is the use of, Kirkpatrick model? So everything you will find a lot of good stuff over there. If you, whenever you are, you're free and you got stuck up, then you will get a lot of solution there on this channel. So let me start the session with the iceberg theory, which is given by Ernest, Hemingway. So what he said that there should be one idea per slide, and then construct a story and create, the important thing is there whenever you are conducting this type of sessions. The important thing is you create, the characters there, whenever you are conducting a session. So I also design my session like this based upon the iceberg theory. So what comes to your mind when you see this picture? So these are the two famous characters are there from, Mahabharata. So what comes to your mind when you see this picture? Can you put it in the chat box? Let me see your comments there. Quickly. Yeah. Okay. So may I see a few comments there in the in the chat box? What comes to your mind when you see this picture? Yeah. And these are the two famous characters from Mahabharata. And we know the great epic, about Mahabharata. All these characters called Pandavas and, Kauravas. And I think I am not able to see any comment there. Panikarji, are you able to see the comments there in the chat box?
Yeah, it's coming now.
Hello.
Yeah, it's coming. Some people are writing.
Okay. Mahabharat war, right? Sunil Jadhav rightly said. Okay. Sanjay was his technology to see across the field. Wonderful. That's right. Okay. Strategy framing. Okay. Pradeep Agrawal wrote strategy framing. Technology used by that time. Sanjay is telling unseen by Kurukshetra. Okay. Wonderful. So friends, you rightly said. So I'm talking about, the ancient time there in the epic story of Mahabharata, when Dhritarashtra was not able to see what is going on in the Kurukshetra, in the war field. And there was a Sanjay who was having this, the Divya Drashti, that is called the divine, the ability to see what is going on there in the field. And he was narrating the story. So if you see the shloka of, Bhagavad Gita, it said that Sanjay Uvach. It starts from this terminology that Sanjay tells, to Dhritarashtra what is going on in the war field. And that was the technology we are all are enjoying here. I'm speaking here and you are able to see me, you are able to, understand, whatever I am narrating, whatever I am talking to you, whatever I'm interacting to you. So this is what, technology is not new. Technology has been used from last many years, but the only thing is that the science of technology, we may be, now able to, it is available to everyone. This is unveiled now. So this is the another story I would like to narrate here. There was a king Kuber in the Nepal, current Nepal. Earlier it was a part of India only. He was having his one assistant or one, you can say one worker was there whose name was Yaksh. So Yaksh was, his job was to bring the lotus flower every morning so that King Kuber, he was, praying Lord Shiva. So every day in the morning he was, serving 101, the flower of, lotus to Lord Shiva. So, and his job was to pluck this 101, the flowers of lotus and bring it to the king so that he can do his prayer. One fine day when he got married with his wife, that is so-called Yakshini, he was unable to wake up early in the morning. And he said that, I'm sorry, I am unable to, bring you the flower. So king became angry on him. Then what he did, king told him that because of your wife, actually, you forget you to bring the flower for me. Now I am giving you a punishment for 1 year. So 1 year you can go to the Ramgiri Parvat and Ramgiri Ashram. And Ramgiri Ashram, where is it located? Currently it is located in Sarguja in Chhattisgarh. It is, more than 1,000 kilometers away. He punished him. He sent this Yaksh to this Ramgiri Parvat. And when he came here, after spending 8 months, and then when there was a monsoon was there, so he was able to see the clouds which was surrounded in that Ramgiri Parvat. Then he was, having full of emotion, and he was just thinking that how can I send a message to my wife that everything is fine, I am good here, you take care of yourself. It's only a matter of 4 months now. I will be going to come back to you. So he wrote the message on this Megh, that is called the cloud, and that is the Megh written by Kalidas. So what the resembles here, the resembleness here, that we are using the technology, we are saving, we are also saying that the data should not save in my device, it should be saved on cloud. So might be, that Megh, that resembles with the cloud technology there at that point of time, and people didn't knew about this. So this is what, I just shared about, the premise of this, that the technology is not very new. It was known earlier also, but nowadays it is revealed to everyone. So now this is the recent happening, in the field of, technology. And what is the name of this gentleman? Can anybody put in the chat box? Very famous, the CEO of one of the very multinational company, very famous organization, which is known for, a lot of invention. Yeah. May I see the name of this person in the chat box? He belongs to Microsoft. Now I have given you Satya Nadella. Absolutely, Sharad very rightly said. He is Satya Nadella. He is showing a chip, and this chip is called the silica chip. Now even the 1,000 TB of that data can be saved in a small chip that is called the silica chip, just a piece of a glass. So this is which will going to happen very soon. And Microsoft is very much successful is, in the initial experiment of, saving the data on this. So this will definitely going to solve a lot of problem for each one of us. So now let's move to another, the important thing that is called augmented reality and virtual reality in learning. So the important thing is it is immersive. So related to the digital technology, and we will be going to see that how this is important. So related to digital technology that actively engage one's senses and may create, the altered mental state. So when you use this AR, VR technology, you will see that your engagement is much more higher as compared to the routine engagement, and relating to the activity that occupies most one's attention, time, and the energy. So I do not know how many of you have experienced this. I think virtual reality, we all might have experienced this. Whenever you go to malls somewhere else, you will see that they will give you the special type of glasses. They will cover your eyes, and you are altogether in the different world. So it uses the identifying feature for the computer revolution. So this is what I was talking about, the virtual reality, the different world experience. The terminology was given by the Myron Kruger in the year of 1991. So when you see in the virtual, the reality, you are not there in the current world, in the real world, you are in somewhere else, you are in somewhere else in the different world, and you see altogether a different picture there. And you feel that you are a part of, that another environment. So what is the application of this virtual reality or augmented reality in the learning? So in the field of L&D or in the field of training, we conduct a lot of simulations. So when you have this virtual reality or augmented reality, you can take the help of this technology and you can create actual simulations, maybe for the role plays, real world scenario. You can any situation that how to handle a customer better, how to interact with the customer, how to handle the objections of a customer, or maybe the sales pitch, what they would like to practice. So it will help in terms of the recruitment and the selection for HR. So normally HR people, they put, these people, during the recruitment process, all the people through this screening, that how they are able to, solve the problem in the virtual reality. So this helps in terms of, a lot of practice sessions, even the assessment centers also, to choose the right person for the right fitment for the next job or the situational role plays. The combination of, this is what the combination of, the real and the virtual, the augmented reality allows to see the real world. So what is the difference between virtual reality and the augmented reality? In the augmented reality, you are there in the real world. In virtual reality, you are there in some another situation in the another world. So AR allows to see the real world, the interactive in the real time. So Ron Azuma in the 1997 gave this, the terminology called virtual reality. So this is what, the augmented reality I am talking about here. But the difference here, that AR let you create a, the real world, learning object, and the virtual reality puts you in another, the different context in a different environment, so that you will be able to see here. So you can see here a lot of the barcodes. The moment you put the barcode in front of your mobile, you will be going to see there is another picture or the video is emerging over there. So this is how this is helping in the field of learning and development. Now let's move to the another world that is called the LMS, Learning Management System. So before I go for LMS here, let me understand from all of you. Can I see your, that one reason, put this one reason in the chat box. One reason in the chat box, you would like to thank ISTD, whatever the knowledge or the value addition ISTD has made into your life. Any one reason. Or maybe, you are interacting with so many people, you learn with so many faculties there in the ISTD. May I see any one reason you would like to thank ISTD? Yeah, you can put a, your message in the chat box so that I will be able to see your messages in the chat box. And this is, maybe the initiative of conducting a session on Saturday, Thursday, or the Sunday for the benefit of, all the students, to give them the real, the real world, picture or the understanding of the real world, what is going on there. So may I see your comment there in the chat box? Okay, providing expert people. Thank you, Sunil Jadhav, to all industries in HR and training. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Very good. So yeah, we learned so many, HR perspective there as a in the field of L&D, the organizational behavior and, all this, training evaluation, learning technologies and whatnot, everything. Yeah, few more comments if people can put, I will be able to understand here, guys. Okay. Thank you, Pradeep Agrawal. I am able to see, yeah, clarity of the subject is superb. Wonderful. Good. So, friends, this is what I said. I told you in the beginning that we will be going to have the interactive session. So this is what which helps when you put your messages there. I will be able to see your the interaction there. So let's understand now about LMS. That is called the Learning Management System. And it is, found out, I am a part of Harvard Advisory Council. So I am participating in, the international case studies and the trials what Harvard conducts. So you might have heard about the Harvard Business Review. There are a lot of case studies, business case studies are there on leadership, on coaching, on mentoring, and many things. So I am also, one of the reviewer and the approver for many case studies which Harvard published. So this is which is found out in the Harvard, that the the organization, those who are leading the any industry. So maybe it is pharmaceutical industry, or maybe any technology related industry, or the telecom industry, or IT industry, or any industry, any organization, those who are leading those industries, they are having some or other the learning management system in their organization. So if you are working with any organization, they do not have any LMS. And LMS is the one thing which you know, which you can learn free of cost. And you can set, you know, if you are having the population which is below 5,000, you need not to invest single money, and you can have very good LMS. How to do it? You can even, you know, connect me for this. I'll show you that how you can, you know, establish this LMS. Yeah, with the limited features. So if you are working in any organization and you are having LMS, so we'll be discussing here now what are the different, you know, the tools in the LMS there. So these are the different LMSs are there: the Moodle, yeah, Emodo, Connect Edu, Blackboard, Sum Total System. These are the various, you know, LMS. Skillsoft. Yeah, and now you might have heard about, you know, the Darwin box is also famous in India. So these are the few LMSs are there which are very much famous globally and even in India also. And now when you are choosing the LMS, what are the different features which you can look into it? Which are the different features which are important for you to look in? So say for example, there should be a customized content. It should not be the generic content for, you know, applies to all. So there are people from a different, you know, levels. They are having different understanding. So understand the people, those who are at the, you know, higher level, their competency level is very high. To the people, those who are, you know, at the beginning, their competency may be at L0 or L1. They are in the level 1. So there should be a customized content over there. It should also offer gamification, so that it increases the engagement and the, you know, the time of interaction with the system. There should be a membership for this. There should be a simple interface, should be very customer friendly. It should not have, you know, a lot of technicality to, you know, whenever people are handling it. So it should provide you the analytics that how many people have, you know, gone through there to the course, and what is the report over there. Who are the people, those who are at which competency level. So it should have the profile for each and every member, those who are the part of this elements. So the drip content, it should be, you know, bite-sized learning to the learners, and there should be a lot of reward and recognition is there. That is what the gamification. Whenever you complete, you know, one module, there should be badge or something is or something should emerge over there. So that person, the learner should feel really proud and happy whenever he is attending that course. And the mobile responsiveness. So it should be very much compatible to the laptop as well as mobile, as well as, you know iPad and the tablets also. So look at, you know, all these features whenever you are these 9-10 features whenever you are in the position or in the situation or in the stage to set up a LMS for your organization. Okay. So very famous quote: leadership is not about size, it's about knowledge. So size doesn't matter when it comes to leadership. The knowledge you possess is definitely going to matter. Okay, so what do you see here? May I see your comment in the chat box? So the statement is, you know, the true or false. What do you see here? It is true or false? Looking at, you know, in this picture, what can you read? This is true or this is false? Yeah, you can put message in the chat box. I would like to see your message in the chat box, so that very good. True. HBR is nice. Sharat, thank you. Okay, Suhas Raoji, very good. Thank you so much that you are here. Good, very good. True. Okay, Dipti, Sharad, Sunil Jadavji, both true or false. Very good. Okay. So Sham, true. Sachin, true. Vinodji, thank you so much. True. Okay, very good. So friends, it is true or false, that depends upon, you know, the way we look at it. It looks true also, it looks false also. Yeah. So that just depends upon the perspectives. What is your perspective for that, for this? So that's the very important thing and very interesting thing here. Okay. So let me quickly take you to the another important thing in the presentation. Yeah. So just give me a minute so that I'll set a slide for you. Okay. Okay, very good. So now coming to the another topic, very interesting topic and my favorite one: artificial intelligence, machine learning, and Internet of Things. So does it, these all terminology look similar? AI, machine learning, and Internet of Things. It looks similar, you know, initially when you look at it. But AI is a branch of computer science. Goal is to create a system that can work intelligently and independently. So we will be going to touch upon this, that what is the difference between all these three, and we will not going to spend a lot of time over here because this session, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and IoT itself require, you know, more than an hour for a basic understanding even. So let me take you to this concept in the year of 2045. All these, you know, people, those who are in the field of technology, they have decided that year will going to become a year of singularity. And what is the singularity means? Singularity means when the machine and man become one. You might have seen and you might have heard and read also in the lot of reports in the US or maybe some of the European countries also, people are putting a microchip there in their, you know, the wrist. Whenever people are coming to the offices, they need not to put, you know, the key or something, the card or something. The only just they need to show their, you know, the wrist to the door, and door will open and whatnot. And this chip contains, you know, so many analytics. And this is what, you know, which has started, you know, initially in the European country, and in US many companies are having this. And this is what the singularity will going to happen, you know, that very slowly and gradually it will be going to evolving. So you might have heard about, you know, the driverless cars over there which will be going to come, the electric car. And you might have heard about, you know, my favorite one, that is Elon Musk, who has you know, recently done a lot of the intervention in the field of artificial intelligence. So we'll be discussing about, you know, all this all. So there is I was invited to, you know, the IIT Mumbai for they were having, you know, this AI fest. So I attended that, and there was a whose name was Robo Thespian. So the magic has happened, you know, when you went over there. You might have heard about this another that Aishwarya Rai and Rajnikant there in the Chitti. So that's the famous one, the movie. But I really experienced the Robo Thespian over there. Whatever you ask him, he will be in the position to answer you. So that is what, you know, the artificial intelligence can do a magic for all of us. So this video is available on my YouTube channel. I would request everyone, if you have time and if you are really interested in learning, you can learn over there about this Robo Thespian. It is a 7 to 8 minute video. I don't want to play it here. So let's move ahead there. So the Internet of Things. So that was the artificial intelligence, but what is the Internet of Things? When your device, all the devices, taking for an example of your mobile, your laptop, your fridge, your AC, your television, and your car, when these devices are interacting with each other, and they are giving you the interpretation of the understanding that what exactly you need to do, and that's the circuit for formation happens, and that gives you the data and the understanding. That's called the Internet of Things. Say for an example, I want to go back from my office to my home, and I see that it will going to take 30 minutes for me to reach at home. So I'll set up, you know, everything at my home, that by the time I reach at my home, my coffee should be ready by my coffee maker. So that's what the magic of IoT, Internet of Things. Say for example, you are about to reach at your office and there is a heavy rain there. So you will get all this data and the information because of the just climatic, you know, predictions there with the help of IoT. So that's what Internet of Things, you know, the automation and everything, which is, you know, very much evolving there. And people are, you know, setting up this Internet of Things. So there is a small video of Mark Zuckerberg there, which you can watch, that how his house, his home is completely, you know, fixed up with the IoT. This is available on internet, on the, you know, YouTube. You can watch it there. Okay. So the simple definition of that AI, artificial intelligence, is the field of artificial intelligence is the, you know, the broad field of study dedicated to complex problem solving. So what do you do in the artificial intelligence and the machine learning? You put a machine there to learn with the, you know, do the proper coding and the programming over there. So that machine will interpret the data and giving you the solutions for that. So there are a lot of, you know, the coding is really needed to be done over there. So when you do a proper coding will give you the exact, you know, the image. The good thing is there the chances for the error is very less. So this is what, you know, in the field of AI. Okay, this is about all the history of AI and how big is AI. This is, you know, the pure science about AI. But let me take you to the another, the important one. Okay, this is what, you know, the chances of, you know, the error in the field of AI also. Can you see the black picture there, the gorillas? the two black people there, the African people there, yeah, where I'm showing the arrow here. So what is this? The Google AI has declared these people because of their color as a gorillas. So this sometime, it is also possible the error with the technology. And later on, the Google was, put for the huge fine over there. And it is the report came there, the Google is a racist. So Google has, apologized for, after having the photo and the label as the black people as a gorilla. So for later on, the person who was working for this, the AI, whose name was Jackie Elsin, that he did, a lot of changes in the algorithm of artificial intelligence, and he made it, very flawless. So there should not be any error. So this is about the AI. Machine learning and the deep learning is the, they are the part of AI. So when you put AI over there in the holistic purview, the machine learning is the, subset of this artificial intelligence, where the, deep learning also comes there in that. So these are the consequences. These are the series of the artificial intelligence only. So how this emerged? This emerged from the biological neurons which are there in our body, because of which we can think, because of which we can feel, because of which we can have a lot of emotions. If we feel good, we feel good because of the neurons and the neurotransmitters. There are happy neurotransmitters, sad neurotransmitters. If you feel happy, it is because of the happy neurotransmitters or the neuron. So this is what they have understood from the neuronal network in the body, and they have made their own neural network, which gives a lot of interpretation there. So how this will going to help us in the field of the learning and development. So this is what you might have heard about the 3D printing, the next revolution which will be going to come. So in the field of pharmaceutical, the technologies, there is a one tablet or the one, the unit which has, capsule, tablet, liquid is there, semi-solid is there, and, the powder form is there in one. So patient need not to take 3 tablets in a day, which is having the different form of the tablet. One is a powder, another one is a liquid, another one is something else. So with the help of, this intervention, they can have, the one compact, the solution, and they need not to remember that I need to take tablet 3 times or 4 times in a day. So that is why this is, solving a lot of the problem. So the disruption in the field of healthcare is, I shared with you earlier that the Elon Musk will be going to become, the disruption in the field of AI. So what he did, he made an experiment. He made a, the microchip over there, the artificial neuron, which was inserted, in the brain. And this artificial neuron can identify, the possible consequences and the future diseases. So this experiment he initially did on the rat and the monkeys, and which was famous and which was successful. And after that he got approval from US FDA for the trial in humans. So in the after this 2021, I think we will be going to have some more intervention for the humans. So he will be going to come up with a lot of devices over there. So this is what the few examples of how this can solve the big problem in the field of the healthcare industry, or maybe the pharmaceutical industry for that matter. So artificial intelligence in the field of learning and development, enhancing the employee training. So when you put the entire training system based on the AI, so that is this that minimizes the chances for the gap, and that helps in terms of creating the uniformity in the entire system. So AI can improve the employee training experience and provide the feedback on the areas to improve. For example, using tools such as speech to text, which rely heavily on the artificial intelligence and machine learning, the user can receive Facebook on their the presentation performance, the feedback on the presentation performance in the area such as the pace of voice, number of hesitations, word use, the proper pronunciation, and all this. So the virtual speech is one of the the companies talking advantage of AI, combining it with VR. I think we all are using this Google Map, and we all are using this Alexa and all this, so that gives you all the answers for your questions and the queries. So this is what that which improving the completion rates also. So this is what analysis of the data. So that gives you the absolutely the perfect analysis with the field of AI with the data analytics. Okay, so we have spent enough time on this. Okay, so let me take you to the important piece of information here. That is our famous one, the virtual platforms, virtual trainings, whatever we all are enjoying there. So I believe that in the last 3-4 months, we would have conducted huge, the webinar and the virtual sessions, like you are attending this sessions also along with me with the help of, the intervention what ISTD has made. The kind of training which was conducted in last 3-4 months, which was not conducted even in the last 10 months all put together. So this is what, the magic of, the virtual platforms over there. So this is the session which is altogether a different session, how to conduct an effective virtual facilitator, how to become an effective virtual facilitator. So this is another important thing. This is the need of an hour. So the people, those who were hating the technology, now they have learned that how it is the benefit of technology, and they are enjoying the use of technology. It covers a large audience size. I am sitting here, so I can have, how many people participate there, around 20-30 participants there in the session. 30 participants are there. We all are together and we are all are learning. Technology adoptions is the, one of the choice of the millennials. They learn because of the technologies. Digital, the organization is the pride. If you are having, this all technology used in your organization is evolved. That is the next generation organization. Cost saving also, people need not to travel. People need not to go for hotel booking and traveling and all this cost saving, time saving in the traveling. The new normal in the COVID-19. And this is what our approach for the future. So COVID has made, the learn for all these organizations also that work can be done sitting at home also. But what is the drawback here? When you are at office, you reach at office at 10 a.m. and you close your office and your laptop and everything by 6 p.m. Now, because of this intervention, we start our work, we don't know how, when it will going to end. So this is what, the advantages and the few is little disadvantages of the technology. Virtual learner and trainer, what can go wrong? So I shared about here the few drawbacks of the technology here, of especially the virtual platform. The recall is very low. Attention span is 10 minutes. So if you see the attention span whenever you are conducting a session face to face, the attention span is, the 25 minutes up to 30 minutes is now reduced from 45. Earlier it was, we were keep on talking about 45 minutes, it is now further reduced to 20-25 minutes. But on the virtual platform, attention span is little low. It is just a 10 minutes. What does it mean? It means that you all need to conduct an icebreaker. Not icebreaker, even the energizer in between the session. So when you put an energizer in between the session, so what will going to happen? It will bring back all the participants into the session. Lack of social clues. You may not be understanding what is going on in the body language and the facial expressions of the people. Bonding is, very less because the virtual platform. And this is found out, in the Harvard study and the ATD also, the American Association for Training and Development. The report was published that people, those who are attending this virtual, the training or the sessions, 70% of the time they are doing some or other job. Either they are, focusing on the television, they are engaging in their mobile, or they are using some, their home related work or something. And there may be chances for a lot of misunderstanding. So what is important here, you feel that the participant feels wow at the beginning of the session, the first phase you can see. Another one is after spending some time, the expression changes. So who take this ownership? So this is what, how they feel about it. They feel about like this whenever they are in the session after some time. If you don't engage them well, if you don't conduct, the frequent, the energizer for them. And this is the responsibility, and you are the game changer, or I can say we all are the game changer there. So that is why this is, if you put the right thing right, there may be chances that they feel wow at the end of the session from the beginning. Okay, so what to do? So few tips from my side. If you are having pen or paper or your notebook or diary, something, please make a note of it. This is very good and very much important for you, how you can become an effective virtual facilitator. Number one, establish a clear expectation and communicate to all the participants. Like I shared at the beginning, what we will be going to cover in the agenda. That is what participant will be going to learn. That is what we are saying, that the learning objective in the field of, the AD model or instructional design. Set a learning objective for the participant. And if you are setting a learning objective, the important thing is communicating them. So if you are having pen and paper, just note down this. This is my favorite one. I always use this. That principle, learning principle is called T and T. So first T is called tell them what you will going to tell them. Second T in TTT is tell them what are you telling them. And third T in TTT is tell them what have you told them. So make sure that you use this principle even in the virtual platform, making them understand and make them realize the importance of this learning. Like I made you, made you learn about this importance of this TTT principle. Tell them what you will going to tell them. Tell them what are you telling them, and tell them what have you told them. So setting a clear expectation and use this TTT technology need to work. So before you come and conduct a session on the virtual platform, make sure your all the system and everything should work properly. Like I did a practice with Panikarji before I was addressing you for the session. For we joined 15 minutes prior to that to see whether I can share the screen and everything is properly working or not. Give responsibility in the group. So make somebody as a co-host in the group, so that if you are unable to see the comments of the people, you are unable to admit the people in the session, they can help you. Go for virtual rooms. So there are many functions of the Zoom provides. You can take the the virtual attendance over here once the session is over. Virtual rooms are one of the very good thing there in the Zoom and the other platforms also, so that people can do actual role plays over there. Small group, 3, 3, 4 people there in each and every group, so you can see what is going on in each and every group. Use poll to get together feedback. So keep on getting the feedback for your sessions also. So use the poll. So there are two methodologies. You can go to the setting and you can have the pre-set up, the feedback for the poll. And then during the session also you can set up this. Recognize performance in the session. So that increases, the positivity in the session. That helps other people also to take, initiative and come forward. Find out the escapers. There are always the slow learners are there, those who are keep on finding, the escaping route. They don't participate much. So find out who are the people. So because you have ownership of all the, learners and the participant in the session. Use all available functions of this virtual platform. Use more and more icebreakers and energizers. So this is what, after every 15 minutes or 20 minutes, if you just do, you will be going to engage better to your participants. So these are the few, virtual platforms are there, which I'll be sharing with you. So we have Adobe, we have BlueJeans, we have, GoToWebinar, live stream, Zoom, we use, the Microsoft Team, many others are there. And this is what, the Zoom, Google Meet and the Microsoft Team provide you a lot of functions. So there are few functions are there, which are available for free. But if you really would like to avail all the functions, you need to go for the paid version. So this is what about the pricing also. These are the the pricing for the Zoom. The basic is free for 45 minutes, and Pro is available with the different rates are given there. You can find it out even on the internet at any point of time, or maybe I can share with you the presentations also if you really interested. So this is what the things are there. So there are common instructions are there if you are conducting a Zoom or any other meetings over there. These are the different functions are available for you. So, but there are few important things are there which we can keep in mind, that for the host and for the presenter also. For the host, what exactly they need to do. So make sure if your people are using first time this platform, you share with them that this is what which is important for them to understand and learn, and make sure that they use all these functions. So okay, so friends, may I see your your one thumb? As of now we have learned so many things in the session, so hope this as of now we have learned something. So may I see your thumb? Sunil Jadhav, thank you. Reaction tab use, Shweta, thank you so much. Vijendra, very good, thank you. Wonderful to see your thumb. May I see some more people to respond? Vinodji, thank you. Sachin, wonderful. Very good. Rohit, Rupashri, very good. Okay, Hanuman, very good, wonderful. Pradeep, thank you. Durgesh sir, thank you so much. So friends, this is what you need to do. If people are joining at the first time, make them understand the importance of all the functions available there. So you have used already the reaction tab by showing me the thumb, so that I can understand that people are not comfortable in using this. Another way, you all are keep on typing something in the chat box, so I can see the best part is TTT. Okay, very good. So Deep Jyoti, thank you. TTT is the best part. So let me give you another one also. Are you interested for another important added learning principle? It is superb, sir. Okay, thank you, Shyamji. So are you interested for another important added learning principle? Let me give it to you. So very nice session going on. Okay, Subhuji, thank you. Wonderful, Sunil Jadhav. Hanuman, thank you. Good, good. How to show video? Okay, good. That's also we will see. Okay, Durgesh ji. Okay, keep going, sir. Sharad Gaur. Wonderful. So friends, let me share with you another, the important principle which normally I am using. Excellent presentation in a very short time. Good, wonderful, Anirudh. Good, that is useful, excellent, to the point and useful in COVID scenario. Wonderful. So friends, I'm happy to see that my presentation is useful to you. The important thing, idea doesn't work until or otherwise we work on that idea. Idea remains as an idea. The important thing, the whatever things I am using, I am sharing with you. Use this, with your participants or in your session. That makes a big change. So may I see here that would you really like to change the way we are conducting the training? Means effectivity should go up if the one level up. Would you like to see this? Yes or no? You can put in the chat box. You can show me the thumb or whatever it is. Very good. Very good. Yes, 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 Hanuman. Okay, wonderful. Very good. So let me share with you. If you want things to change, if you want people's learning to change, if you want organization wherever you are working to go to another level to change, if you want everything to change, if you want your respect, reputation, your value proposition in an organization to change, guys, you need to change. Nothing changes until or otherwise we change. So if you really want to have different output from the people, you need to change in the input. Same input cannot give you the different output. So what will be the different another stage? The next important thing is, so I would request all of you, if you can go to my YouTube channel there in the Dear Life there. So you will find a lot of content and how you can increase your effectivity as a trainer. You can find how to use, where to use the SWOT analysis. You can find a lot of learning principles, whatever I am sharing with you. So let me share with you another learning principles. Okay. So listen to this, and if you are having pen and paper, please make a note of it. So let me start. I hear, I forget. I hear, I forget. I hear, I forget. I see, I remember. I see, I remember. I see, I remember. I do, and I learn. I do, and I learn. I do, and I learn. That's the principle. Whenever you are conducting a session, whatever the learning style of your participant may have, but make sure that whenever you are conducting a session, you make sure that your people should really do it. So how people learn? When they do it. So if you really would like to create an experience for your participant, make them learn something. So what does it mean? That in the session, make sure that people practice well. Post the session, after the session, make sure whenever people are going back, you give them some assignment, so that after that also they will be keep on practicing that. Only one thing makes a difference. The practice makes a difference. Only the one thing which is important there. So I remember, and I repeat this again. I hear, I forget. I see, I remember. I do, and I learn. So this is what second learning principle I am sharing it with you. There are many more learning principles, when you see the Bloom taxonomy, when you see the Kolb learning cycle, when you see, the different, learning models, you will be going to learn about, so many other things. Yeah. So hope you would have made a note of it. Yes, it need of an hour. Yes, yes, yes. Video play. Okay. Agree. Right. Practice makes us perfect. Thanks, sir. Rohit. Okay. So friends, the time was given to me, I think till 6. Now we can use, the remaining time for question and answer. So before I go for that, let me show you the next slide so that we will conclude that. And then after that, we will be going to take the question and answer. Okay. Thank you so much. As of now, I think we have learned. Okay. So this is about, I shared about my book, and this is about, my channel on YouTube, Dear Life. You can go there. You can learn so many, videos out there on the instructional design. Entire, the training on instructional design, you can learn free of cost over there. There are 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 10 minutes of videos are there. If you just go and learn there, you can really make, see the things over there, that how you can become an effective trainer. Okay. The important thing I would like to request, and I would like to have promise from all of you. What is the promise I would like to have from all of you? The promise I would like to have from all of you is this: your mind is your instrument. Learn to be its master, and not a slave. That you are, taking control of your mind. So, and what is the important thing here which will bring the change? That is this thing. Use books, read as much as possible. So this is what, the where do you work out? I work out in the library. So read a lot. There are a lot of, today information is available with the, the all the resources. WhatsApp is the, the WhatsApp University, lot of, good messages and everything is coming. But read real books, read good people. If you have account on LinkedIn, you can go there and find out, my own articles there. I write a lot of articles for HR. I write a lot of articles, I am XLRI alumni, guys. I passed out my HR certification from XLRI. So I conduct a lot of, sessions on competency framework, on, the talent acquisition, and so many HR, organizational behavior, so many other topics also, whenever I'm interacting with my HR colleagues. And you can find out, my own article in the field of, the how to become, effective trainer. What are the top 10 things required to become an effective trainer and a L&D professional? You can find out on my LinkedIn profile. So if you are really interested in learning, you can find out a lot of, the Harvard report over there. My own videos are there in the, even in the, on the LinkedIn. So this is what I just wanted to share with you. So can I have, promise from each and every one of you that if you are not reading, we all will start reading. And so may I see thumb from everyone that we will all, if we are reading, that continue reading. If you are not, reading every day, every in the evening, please start reading. At least 10 to 15-minute reading. Very good. Thank you so much. I am really very happy to see you guys. You are my own colleague. I am also XLRI, passed out in the year of 2018. Very good. Wonderful. So thank you, friends. I am very happy to see your comments, your thumb, and your impression over here. So believe you me, there is a person called Martin Seligman in the field of positive psychology. And do this for yourself. This is now the tip from my side. Do this for yourself. This will change everything in your life. The concept says when you sleep in the night and when you close your eyes and you are about to go into the sleep, the thought which is there in your mind, when you wake up next day in the morning, early morning, the same thought is there in your mind. So what Martin Seligman did a research in the field of positive psychology, and he found out that when you sleep, remember 3 positive incidences happen to you throughout the day. 3 अच्छी चीजें, 3 good things happen to you throughout the day. Maybe somebody, interacted you so nicely. Maybe you met someone who was dressed up very nicely. Maybe you listened to someone who was so good in his knowledge and his communication and his pronunciation, maybe anything. So when you are about to sleep and you are having a habit of making a journal, please make a note of it. Or if you cannot make a note of it, just remember 3 positive things happens to you throughout the day. So that when you sleep in the night, guys, you sleep with a positive note. So that when you wake up next day in the morning, you are sowing the seed for a plant to grow next day in the morning. So this is, the one habit which will possibly keep you positive in all this negative environment of COVID situation, a lot of layoffs, retrenchment happening in the companies and organization and whatnot, everything is happening. And we all are witnessing and experiencing all this, So keeping yourself fit, keeping yourself positive, keeping yourself energetic, and keeping yourself completely charged up is very much important. Our health, not only, physical health, our mental health, emotional health. This is what I wrote in my book, that is the Emotional Lockdown. So I mentioned, all these tricks and tips, they are the psychological principles and everything. So how one can come out from this, kind of situation. So this was all from my side. Now I'm ready to take question and answer there. So thank you so much, friends, for being patient, and the participant there in the session. So may I see few questions there if you have? Okay. Very good.
I think Pradeep Agarwal has a question to ask. Pradeep, you have raised your hand. You may ask the question. I'll unmute you. Yeah, Pradeep, go ahead, please.
Yeah,
Pradeep Agarwal. Mr. Pradeep Agarwal.
Hello.
Yeah, Pradeep. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah.
So I think the session I have enjoyed, and just I request you to give some more tips, like you told, 3 things to remember in the night. So
yeah.
Because we are working people, so really useful for us.
Okay. Very nice. So, Pradeep, definitely, I really love to talk to, to the people here in the learning community. And definitely, I think Panikarji, sometime if this lockdown gets over, and we already had a plan to that, I will come to you the session, or we can conduct one of the virtual session on only on this. Yeah. So there are a lot of concepts are there. If you will allow me, I can speak for hours, and the more than an hour even continuously on this topic. This is what I love to speak on this. Yeah. So opportunity will come, and definitely we'll be going to have separate session on this.
Anybody else wanting to ask a question, please raise your hand. Yeah, Ritesh, please go ahead. Please unmute. Ritesh?
Yeah, sir. Yeah, am I audible? Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
So my question to sir is, of course, excellent presentations. So just in fact, because we do every day, there are some kind of presentations. And then recently I've learned that less is more. Now, what happens, what we called as, basically knowledge crush, what we said. People who try to give a lot of things. Do you also suggest when you are asking for a virtual training, is sometimes we should be very crisp in terms of our things, because sometimes our session is from morning 9 to 5, and how do we try to engage our audience from when we are conducting a session from 9 to 5? So if you can throw some light on this, that would be helpful to us.
Ritesh, thank you so much for asking such an interesting question.
Thank you, sir.
You are actually stimulating a thought, and let me give you a thought. The thought is, people who really know, they don't speak, and people who do not know, they always speak. And what you said, that less is more, what does it mean? It simply communicates the only one thing, that rather than sharing 100 things to the people or to the learner, limit to one thing or two things, and become and make them confident enough in that particular small little piece. There is a principle called the principle of minimalism. If you have heard this, the principle of minimalism is also the same. Rather than becoming the master for everyone, the expert for in every field, you choose one or two niche area where you would like to become something, where you would like your participant or learner to become strong, and take them continuously for that particular thing till the time they come to the threshold level and the expected level. That is called, the analysis is called the, I'm using another analogy, and this is what you stimulated. Friends, please make a note of it. So another analogy, please make a note of it. That is called the MAD analysis. MAD analysis.
So it's an MAD, right?
Yeah, I'm coming to that, Ritesh.
Okay.
Ritesh, MAD analysis said the MAD is what mastery. M stands for mastery. Mastery is the level where you would like your participant to be there, where you want your learners to take there. This is what the expected, the competencies, level of, communication or anything for your learner. And A is what the actual. M, A, and D is the difference between these two. I repeat again, M is the mastery level or the expected level where you want to take your participant. A is the actual level where they are. Say, for example, L3 level in any competency you would like to see them, and they are at L1. So the difference is here, that is called the MAD analysis. So before you execute any program or any, the training program or coin anything, do this MAD analysis for any program. So I hope this answers your question, Ritesh.
Yeah, absolutely, sir. Thank you. And if you can just throw some light, how do we, as you rightly mentioned, that it's only 10 minutes is an attention span in virtual session. Any, in fact, website what you suggest us for, be doing a survey or a feedback where, we can keep people engaging actually?
Huge websites are available. So what I will do, I'll share a list of websites. I'll share a list of websites. So I'll share with Panikarji, and I think Panikarji can even send you in your group. Yeah. So a huge, you just tell me what do you want. I can give you the huge, content and the material. Even for the Harvard, I am having the free access to the Harvard library. Being a Harvard, the advisory council member for Harvard. So even the Harvard articles or anything, whatever you require is available, So I will share with you the list of top 10 websites where you can go and have the free all the content and the exercise and everything for this.
Okay, so that would be quite helpful to us.
Sure. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Anybody else?
Okay, so
I think
is there-
Pankaj, Durgesh had asked how to integrate video in the presentation.
yeah. Okay, how to integrate video in the presentation. So there is a simple thing. I think this is very simple. So say for example, it's you need to create a hyperlink for that video. So just with the help of creating a hyperlink, you can have this. So would you like me to show them, demonstrate this to you,
Yes,
Durgesh
yes,
ji?
yes, Pankaj, what happens that I try to, in my last session, I
Yeah.
try to show it to my this one, but I couldn't able
Okay.
to show the participants didn't able to see that.
Okay.
So that was my trouble.
Wonderful. So not an issue. So let me show it to you. Okay. I'll open one of the presentation, and in that, let me show it to you. Share. Okay. So hope the slide is visible to everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So say for example, this is what, the place important I am choosing here. If I go for right click, so there is an option called hyperlink. Can you see this? So if I click on this hyperlink, it will take me to the another, thing over there. Okay. So if I'll click here, the conflict management questionnaire. Okay. So it will say okay. Now, can you see the color changes here? It was earlier black color, now it is of blue color.
Yes, yes.
So Durgesh, if I open this, if I click on this,
You have to make it PPT mode, presentation mode.
yeah, I'm doing that. So if I click here, it will going to open that file which was there, which was hyperlinked over there. So like this, you can even hyperlink your video, your any format, anything over there. So it is opening. It is taking some time because of the internet.
Pankaj, can I answer that question?
Yeah, please.
Okay, there is a software available to embed video in the PPT. So you need to download that software, and it will fall on your PowerPoint tab, and then whenever you're embedding that, you can do that. I have not
Okay.
tried it, but it's there.
Yeah. So can you see this format, Durgesh ji?
Yeah.
Now?
I can see. Okay.
Okay. So hope this is you got the clarity.
Let me try this way. Okay, sure.
Yeah. So it is very simple. Yeah. It's so guys, what is, if you really need to have more clarity on how to use this, make effective PowerPoint presentation. So there are many. This is the one thing which we have seen. There are many more possibilities are there how to make an effective PowerPoint presentation. So we can interact in any point of time in the future also. Not an issue. For ISTD, I always feel happy, appreciated to coming with my own people there. Yeah. How are rapid? Let me see some questions there. How are rapid authoring tool? Okay, changing the learning landscape. Huge. This is what the transformation which is happening, and what I should say, the things are keep on evolving, keep on changing. So Anudeep, it is, the complete thing is there. Only thing is there how you are keeping yourself with this type of, the changes. Are you keeping yourself updated or not? That's the important thing there. Or if you are keeping updated, then only you can make a difference in the life of the people, those who are in your surrounding. So this is what which is needed. Any more questions, friend? I would be very happy to answer your questions or something. Okay, Panikarji, is there any question in between? Somebody posted some questions or something?
See, somebody wanted you to share your PPT, but that's up to you.
Sure, I love to share my PPT, and if you really, so the whatever is shared in my PPT, I am a storyteller. You can find the 70% content on my YouTube, and even I don't mind in sharing this presentation also, whatever I presented to you.
So if you become a member, we will share it. Okay, jokes apart, but okay, you're attending, we will give.
Yeah, sure. So what are effective method to carry out role plays during virtuals? Are good. So very good question, Sunil. And the good thing is that I shared about the breakout rooms. If you are having paid version of Zoom, you can have breakout rooms. So I think I am having paid version, but it is not my account. So
I'll show you.
Yeah. So in breakout rooms, you know what happens? You can even have this role plays there. Two people, three people. You can allow them a time, and you can do this. So that's possible, very much possible.
So I'm just making breakout rooms for all. You will be in different rooms.
Yeah.
Give some
So I
tasks.
can see.
Give some tasks.
Okay, so I think you will see in your screen that you are in room number 1, 2, 3, 4, and all that.
Pankaj, you can move around. Give the task.
The Pankaj can't move around because he's not the host.
We are in the room. Yeah.
Yeah. So what happens? Yeah. Okay. Now you, Pankaj, you can inform them how to play though.
Yeah. So quickly, let's have an interaction. Shweta, can you switch on your video? And
yeah, I'm just trying.
Yeah. Sharad, kindly switch on your video so that we can look at it. Very good. Thank you so much. So Shweta, quickly, can you please share the 3 important learnings which you would have learned during this session?
Yeah, so always to be, you know, that 10 minutes very important, because I always have to, you know, keep on having something, you know, interactive at the end of the 10 minutes.
Very nice.
I also like the TTT principle. That is amazing, I thought.
Pankaj, unmute yourself. Pankaj, unmute yourself.
So what I shared, that guys hope this was a nice experience of using this breakout rooms and talking to the limited people there. You can give any activity. Yeah, we can conduct any activity like we are doing in the real life scenario. So, okay. Anyone would like to speak or say something? Yeah. Rupa Shri, Sharad, Abhishek Nair, Bhagyashri.
Please raise your hand, then I will put you on video.
Yeah, Sachin. Okay, and Anudeep. Yeah. Milin Rane, Vandana. Okay. Good guys. Thank you so much for being an active participant there, and hope this session was useful to you, and I was able to make bring some change into the current level of knowledge. Yeah.
I say this is e-clapping. You can say in the new normal is like e-clapping. So fantastic one, good one.
Yeah. Thank you, Bhagyashri. Okay.
I've got one question, Pankaj sir.
Please.
I just like this feature of breakout rooms, but is it available only with Zoom meetings, or is it available with other softwares as well?
So breakout rooms are available with some of other platforms also, but I think Zoom is much more the friendly, user friendly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because my training purpose, we usually in our organization we use Cisco WebEx or Teams. So far I have not seen that software available in those things. That's why.
In Cisco and Team it is not there.
Okay. Thanks. I would like to try Zoom. I'll try doing it.
Or you can have Adobe Connect. Adobe Connect also has a breakout room.
Yeah.
Okay, Adobe Connect. Okay, thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
Appreciate your keenness to share knowledge with all. Arey, Vinodji, always welcome.
That's why I said, yes, good.
Yeah. So Durgesh, I have been meeting you. Keep on, frequently meeting you on various forums, and this is the first opportunity for us to,
Correct.
Any other question, please?
Sir, most of the organizations actually, say not to use Zoom, but is it right? Is it there any, that obligations from the government also? Because in our organizations, they have stopped to use Zoom.
Yeah. So friends, there is a version called Zoom 5.0, which is completely safe. So earlier there was some challenge, of breaching, some of the information or something in the session. But now I think it is equally, safe as compared to which is not going to breach any, confidentiality of the session. If you use Zoom 5.0, that is the latest version. So my request, if you are using the oldest one, please update it. So use this 5.0. It is absolutely safe. Okay.
So only issue, in fact, in terms of using Zoom is, the normal sentiment which is going on currently is anti-China sentiment. That's the only problem, because I had once.
I will tell you, because Zoom is not a Chinese company. It's a US-based company, Only thing is the owner is a Chinese, bought up in
Okay.
US. Okay, there was some problem because some of the server they were using was located in China. They have shut down the server in China and shifted everything to US. Okay, so
Okay.
that
So we
was
can.
and in China, like India, they have a data privacy law which says that every data which is there in the server located in China, that data will be accessible to the Chinese intelligence.
Okay. Thanks for that clarification because we
But
had.
there was some notification from the government also not to use Zoom. I don't think so that they have revised it, because after that I have not seen any regulations from the government or notification. So like most of the organizations, also government organizations, they are also using Zoom. So I was just little bit confused whether is it a right path to use it, or
No, it was true. The government had issued notification for public sector not to use Zoom because there was some, as Pradeep, Pankaj already said, initially the Zoom 1.2 and 2.2, they had version problem. That is why in my communication to all of you, I said, please download Zoom 5 before you log in. Zoom 5 is much more secured in terms of data privacy.
okay. All right, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So
Any other question? There's Shyam. Shyam, your hand is raised. Please ask the question. Shyam Sharma.
Shyam, kindly unmute yourself. I think.
Shyam, you have to ask okay, I think probably you must have raised a hand. Okay, if there is no other question, I would take the opportunity to thank Pankaj Sharma for a wonderful session that he has given us. I also have to appreciate all the participants for the first time ever that there has been no disturbance of people starting the audio. So it will be a perfect session without any disturbance. So thank you so much for coming here. As Durgesh already repeated in the beginning of the speech, those of you who are not member of iStudy, there is 2 days more remaining for the fantastic offer, which is available for life membership at 4,779. You can take it now because after 30th, this offer will not be available and it will become 12,000 a year. So there is nothing better than this offer in any other association. So please welcome, come forward, take the membership, and you can then participate in all our events like this. Okay, so once again, thank you everyone. Yeah.
Sir, can I say, because I have paid my last month, but there's no, in fact, notification, so nothing has happened.
Ritesh,
It's
send me a
almost
mail.
month.
Ritesh, send me a mail. We'll take care of it.
Because I've already forwarded mail to ISTD per se. In fact, if you can just send me your email ID, that could be helpful.
Yeah,
Because I already paid.
okay. It's secretary.mumbaichapter@gmail.com.
Secretary.mumbaichapter@gmail.com. Okay, sir. ठीक है, sir. Okay, I'll send it to you, sir.
Yeah, no issue. Okay, so thank you again, all of you, for being a very willing participant in this and for asking all the questions that you have done from Pankaj, and hope everybody goes with a lot of knowledge and lots of useful tips from him to apply in your training assignment that you do henceforth. So thank you. Good night.
Yeah,
Stay safe.
And even for the training projects also, you feel free to come to contact me also. If I'm already helping many people in Delhi chapter even. Yeah. So thank you so much, Durgesh ji. Thank you so much. Nice to have you also here.
Yeah.
Thank you, Panikar ji. Thank you, friends. Thank you all the participants. Thank you.
Thank you.